Hello and happy Friday. What a happy Friday it is.
I love Fridays.
I love Fridays. And welcome to not season 1, not season 2, but season 5. Season 5 of the collaboration conversation. It's crazy. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we are a listener-supported video podcast where Christian artists, entrepreneurs, and friends, sometimes just the two of us, share about their upcoming projects and how they are using the gifts and the talents that God has given them. To what end, of course, as always, it's to share the good news about King Jesus. And today, kicking off season 5, it's us, just the two of us.
Talking about our favorite stories.
Favorite thing in the whole wide world. Movies.
Amen.
Oh my gosh, I love movies.
Okay, that's not true. You like your husband more.
Okay, but yes, I was speaking in hyperbole.
Okay.
But I can admit that.
I can live there.
But we love movies. For those of you who don't know, we love them. And I love when they break my heart. I love when they make me cry. I love when they make me happy. I just love movies.
I mostly like when they make me happy.
When they make you happy.
Yeah.
I don't remember... I mean, I guess I remember watching movies when I was younger, but I don't remember being like...
I fell asleep when I took you and Delaney to see...
Titanic.
No, it was the one with the girls with the ponytails.
No idea what you're talking about. Not even a little inkling.
Sailor Moon or some...
Oh, Sailor... Like it was a movie in the theater?
Yes, I literally fell asleep.
So I do remember always being really interested in TV shows. Like I was a huge fan of Sailor Moon, big fan of Pokemon, all the Disney movies, like huge fan of all of those. And I don't really remember when I got bit by the film bug, like from watching it necessarily, but I've just always enjoyed any medium of storytelling. And yes.
Do you remember when, as a family, we went to the theater in Bellevue and we walked in?
And we saw The Grinch.
The Grinch at Christmas time?
We saw The Grinch at Christmas time.
And it was
in 2003.
It was nice when we walked into the theater.
Yes. And it was like a nice chilly evening. And we went in and we saw The Grinch, it's a masterpiece. And we walked out and it was snowing. Oh, what a movie. I mean, it was as close to like a 3D movie experience. No, a 4D movie experience as you can have. You know, they have those now where you can like...
Really?
Like at Disneyland, there's like a 4D movie experience where like it'll spritz you with water if water things are... I don't know. But anyway, it was just
I think
like
you
that.
need to go.
I mean, we watched The Grinch and Christmas came. I mean, that's what ushered in Christmas. No, anyway, I'm joking. But we love movies.
Yes.
And so I thought today we could share and fight together. Just kidding. Share with you our top 10 or so movies of all time and why.
And we have not prepared in advance.
We haven't, and I'm really excited about this. We literally had no idea what we were going to talk about, and then we prayed about it, and I was like... So actually, a movie quote came to mind, and then I was like, should we talk about movies? Like our favorite movies? And she was like, oh my gosh. So now we're doing this, and she was like, let's just do it off the cuff. And I'm like,
well,
okay.
So we did... I don't know. Somebody said it was 2017. We did a screenwriting class where we had to come prepared with our top 10 movies. It was Brian Coley.
Uh-huh.
And
this was way earlier than 2017, by the way. But continue.
Did she say 2013?
She said 17, but it was way before that.
Okay. Anyway, Brian Coley and Art Within came and he did this workshop and he had an associate with him as well. But we had to come with our top 10. But we're not going to use our top 10. We're going to come up with a joint top 10, which is
harder.
Absolutely impossible.
Yeah, I'm really excited. But like the point of that, which if you haven't seen the episode, go watch it. Brian Coley, I think it was in season 3?
2 or 3.
Yeah. Basically, he can tell you why your top movies are your top movies. And it's basically because there's some kind of theme or character that like you just really resonate with. Anyway, I don't know that we're going to deep dive into that, but we're just going to...
Oh, totally, we're not. But he's the movie whisperer.
Yes, he is the movie whisperer. That is what he does. So...
Not sure why we're doing a big plug for Brian, but...
we did. You should send this to him.
We're really grateful.
Except we're not going to do what he does, but it's fine. Okay, so at number... Do you want to go first?
Can we compile top 10... And then number them? And then order them?
No, we have to go one by one.
There's no way, because then I'm going to be like, oh, no, now
that's why you have to be very careful about which movies you pick. Once you say them,
be very careful.
All right, that thing you do. Boom, that's my first one.
It's not the number one.
It is my number one.
It's on the list.
Here we go.
All right, that thing.
It is my favorite movie.
Okay, and while it's in my top 3, can I just throw out 2 others for consideration?
Absolutely not. The episode's over.
Field of Dreams. It can be
neat.
Neat. And Princess Bride. They have to at least be considered in the top 3. No?
I would say Princess Bride can be top 3.
Okay, you want to go number 2?
Let's compile the 10 like you said and then try to rank them.
Okay.
Do we have to rank them or can we just talk about our favorite 10 movies?
Oh no, it'll be way more fun to argue about ranking.
Well, that thing you do is number 1.
Okay, Princess Bride.
Oh my gosh, you wrote it above that thing you do. You're such a brat.
No, that was alphabetical. Sorry.
It is not. Oh, I mean, it is.
It is,
but that's not why you did that.
No, it was.
Okay. You can put Field of Dreams just down here. Like farther.
No, it's right there. Field of Dreams. No, that is brilliant.
It is a great movie. I'm not saying it's not a great
brilliant
movie.
writing.
I'm not saying it's not a great movie.
When the guy,
oh my gosh,
I've
seen it.
The kid gets in the VW van. You have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, you can hardly breathe.
Someone's going to play baseball.
Somebody's going to play baseball. Somebody
That's all I know.
is playing baseball.
All right. Speaking of baseball,
oh my gosh.
A League of Their Own.
Oh, I was going 42.
Nah, I wouldn't even... 42. Great. I remember walking out of that movie being like, my life was changed. It was so good.
Do you remember what you said when we walked out?
I want to make movies, probably.
No, you said, we have to make a baseball movie.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. 42 can be near the list. I'm not sure.
It's way at the bottom.
Okay.
It's still a great
A
story.
League of Their Own?
Yes.
You wouldn't... You are, for those of you who are watching on video right now, she's got a list and she's writing them down, but she's writing them in the order that she thinks they should go in. She's being a little...
No, there's no numbers yet. We're going to rank them.
But there's definite
and
order.
while this is very good,
Genius.
it's... Yes.
You're going to notice a theme of the ones... Both of the ones I've listed so far have Tom Hanks in them.
Yes, and 3 of the 5 are baseball movies.
Excellent. All right.
But this has magic, just to remind you. And this has insanely...
You can't say this. You have to say the name.
Field of Dreams has magic.
Actual magic.
Literally. And 42 has insane historical context. Okay, so does A League of Their Own. But not quite as much as 42.
No,
this was
42
the
was
first
great.
African-American baseball player.
And the movie itself the story is incredible, and the movie is great.
Do you remember when the shortstop comes over?
Oh my gosh!
And puts his arm around him.
Yes.
The first baseman, and and he's trying to
make a statement.
Yeah, make a statement. Oh my gosh, it's brilliant.
It's great. It's a great movie. I'm not saying it's not a great movie.
What's your very favorite scene from That Thing You Do?
Oh, my favorite scene from that thing. There's so many. So many.
You know why you like it is because of all the music.
There's such great music in it.
Such a musical
I'm definitely
person.
a music person, but I would say my favorite scene is when they're in the camper and they're gonna get their first record deal, and he says, making records like a stew. Why can't I say stew? It's like a stew, all the ingredients, and then he says, a man in a really nice camper wants to put our song on the radio. Give me a pen. I'm signing. You're signing.
We're all
signing. It's just just that whole, and I also love the story of that movie. I don't know how much of this I made up, so I really like the story that I have in my head about this movie. I think this is true, that Tom Hanks wrote this in between takes. Like, he came up with the idea while he was filming Apollo 13. So I'm picturing Tom Hanks sitting backwards like he's in a spaceship. Like waiting and coming up with this idea.
Apollo 13 will not be making the list.
It will not be making the list. But that's how I picture it, and I love that.
Oh yeah, and for you, especially as a storyteller and a screenwriter, that's got to be super inspiring.
Yes, I'm very much like that.
So can I tell you my favorite scene?
Of what movie?
That Thing You Do.
Sure.
That's the topic we're on.
Okay,
currently.
got it.
Is when Liv Tyler is licking
that's the best
the
scene.
stamp.
I take back my favorite scene and I make it that one.
Okay, you can't take mine. I already said it. It's mine.
But no, I'm agreeing with you. I'm moving into agreement with you.
And she licks the stamp and she puts it in the mailbox, and she's got headphones on or something. And their song comes on the radio, and she runs down the street screaming.
And then she goes back and puts the mail in the mailbox, and then she goes back.
I forgot that. Yeah,
she does.
And then she goes to the appliance store where the drummer works. Yeah, and they all end up there. They all show up and they're dancing. Oh my gosh!
It's the only scene in movie history that lives rent free in my head. It's just glorious.
It really is. That's my favorite.
I can't believe I forgot that scene. That is the best scene.
Yeah.
Anyway, 10 out of 10 would recommend.
All right, so we have 4 actual top 10 contenders.
Oh, no, we got to put another one on there. I'm ready. Ready?
I can't
Tombstone.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
No,
you're a wrench in there.
You're totally right. I just am having trouble with A League of Their Own and being in the top 10. Could it be 11 or 12?
Hey, cowgirl, see the grass? Don't eat it. I mean, it's like...
Gosh. Gina Davis.
Are you crying? She's crying, sir. I mean, it's just... No.
11? Okay, we'll see.
You're putting that as 11th? It's not in your top 10?
I don't think so.
You're redonkulous.
We have a great distance to go.
Oh, I'm nervous.
All right,
we're never going to
Tombstone.
get there. Tombstone is a great movie.
Oh my goodness.
And
yes.
it's so quotable.
What is it? Where's Wyatt?
Oh, yeah. Down by the river.
Walking on water. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know what to tell you about that movie. I have movie quotes. I have 10 movie quotes out there. Not necessarily all for my favorite movies, just like really great quotes. And that made the list. The one that's on there is Johnny. Why Johnny Ringo? I forgot you were there. You may go now.
You may go now, yeah.
That's a great line.
So it's a hard movie to watch. I'm sure it's rated R, so it's not for everybody. But
it's great.
It's. I mean, the beginning especially. I have to just fast forward it or whatever. Wait until it's done because it's so hard to watch. But yeah, that's a good one. I would like to add for consideration.
Sure, consideration. For those of you not watching, I put that in quotation marks.
And she rolled her eyes.
She's a dictator.
A dictator. Toy Story.
Another Tom Hanks movie, eh? Okay.
Apparently there's a theme. I feel like that was... No, not Toy Story.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
I have to disclaim this to our audience. That my mom very often says things she doesn't mean.
Wait.
Her brain's just not all there.
I do love Toy Story, and I think that's a great story. It's the one that I was thinking of. It's not Tom Hanks. It's Monsters, Inc.
It's definitely not Tom Hanks.
Okay, but it's also not going to be in the top 10. But just that idea that...
But that would be 2 Billy Crystal movies. He's in Princess Bride.
Oh, that's true. But it's just not going to be in the top 10. But just the idea... that
I mean, Monsters Inc. is a great movie.
It's the story.
I would almost put that maybe in my top 10.
But right, the idea of bottling screams for energy as opposed to laughter. Oh,
spoiler alert! Jeez,
okay, massive spoiler alert. Do you need to edit that out?
No.
If you haven't seen it,
it's
too late.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
anyway.
That's a good one. That is a great movie.
You know what I'm saying? Just that story.
Yeah,
I
totally.
like that. Okay, but I do love.
Toy Story.
Toy Story. I mean,
it's just not my favorite.
There's nothing. I mean, it's adorable. It's just not super clever. Like, no, not clever.
What? You are literally going to single-handedly get our podcast shut down from all the people who are going to come for you, saying that Toy Story wasn't brilliant.
Oh, it is brilliant, but it doesn't have any. It doesn't have a.
The toys come
twist.
to life.
Well, that's awesome.
To life.
Do we need to edit this part out?
No, but I'm just so disappointed in you.
No, you're not.
Right.
It is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
It's a story that could actually happen.
All right. Speaking of stories that could actually happen, except for the monsters part,
except for the toys coming alive.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right,
she's gone.
We're moving on.
All right. This is not up for debate. It's not on your list.
And I'm a dictator.
Yes, it's not on your list, but it's on my list and probably a lot of people's list. Is speaking of, it could actually happen. That's not funny. It's not funny. It's Titanic.
What do you mean? Could actually happen?
Because it really did happen.
Yes,
and that's a great movie.
It can be on here. It's got historic.
I can't believe you put that so high.
Titanic. Well,
Titanic. I was like, why can't you spell that?
I had to sound it out.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie. You're right. It would not make my
super well
personal
made. Super
top
well.
10.
I would tell you that was the first. I take back what I said earlier, but I can't remember. I watched Titanic with my friend Delaney in the theater like 12 times.
I know.
Also, there's explicit content in there, and you let me go at like age 12.
I know, but I would say don't watch this part.
Yes, that's true. But I remember I saw that like at least 10 times, maybe 12 in the theater. Oh, I loved that movie. I just was transport. Well, anyway, and it's sad because it happened in real life. But anyway, love that movie.
Yeah, some of that didn't happen in real life.
No, definitely. All of it happened.
No,
I'm just kidding.
That door was wide enough for Jack.
I know. he's not real. Okay. Just like the toys in Toy Story aren't real.
They're real. They just don't come to life. All right. What else do we got?
Okay. Princess. So far, let's do a recap because we have 10 on there. No, we have 8 on there.
Okay.
Read them out.
Oh, Princess Bride.
I feel like Princess Bride is a for sure top 3.
That Thing You Do.
For me, for sure top 3. That's not a top 3 for you?
That Thing You Do might make number 1, no problem.
Okay.
I just wanted the other ones to be considered.
We'll put Princess Bride and That Thing You Do as top 2. Like 100%. Because we haven't even talked about Princess Bride. I totally thought you did the opposite. I thought you put Princess Bride at 1. Anyway, yes. Okay. Titanic. Well, first of all, let's go back to Princess Bride. What do you love about Princess Bride? I mean, what's not to love about Princess Bride? Literally, what's not to love?
I mean, it's a fairy tale.
It's magic.
It's the fairy tale.
Fairy tale.
And your youngest brother, Jesse, doesn't like movies very much. And he loves that movie.
Brother is such a strong word.
He is your brother.
I know. But
fully blood brother.
Yes. But he doesn't like movies. What's wrong with him? What did you do wrong?
The other 4, you cannot blame me for this. The other 4 of us love going to the movies.
Yes.
Dad and Bo and I go almost every week.
I'm jealous. I would love to
whenever
go.
there's no
Nick
sport.
Never takes me. Nick, take me to the movies.
Anyway.
Annie, let's go to the... It's not on my top 10, sorry.
It's not on my top 10 either. But
you don't need to write it down. This
is our honorable mention section.
Okay. I could, yep.
We're okay.
Annie's still not on there.
You know,
Cara Burnett is so good in that.
Who?
Cara Burnett? Bernadette Peters?
Yes.
Okay, it can be honorable mention.
Thank you. It's just such a big screen.
Yes.
Such a big set.
Production,
that's a better word. It could stop on a dime.
Ugh.
Whatever that.
Helicopter.
Whatever that may be.
Land on a dime.
Yes.
Whatever that may be. Okay, back to A Princess Bride, because that's what we were actually talking about.
Okay.
What do we love about it? It's the ultimate fairy tale. It's got great quotable lines.
Oh,
it's funny. It's
so
dramatic.
Many lines.
It's so good. And it's perfection.
Even weaving in the grandpa reading to the son of
grandson.
The story.
But yes.
What did I say?
The grandpa reading to the son.
To the grandson.
That's very confusing.
Sorry. So, anyway, it's been a long day. So that, right? That's clever.
Yes.
Clever writing.
It is clever writing.
And he even says it at the beginning of this, when he's reading the story, there's sword fighting and there's romance and,
swamps. And
yes.
Rodents of unusual size.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. All of that. A man with six fingers
on his right hand. Yeah. It's great. It's definitely in there.
I'm trying to think if I had an actual scene that I'm like, I just can't wait for this scene. I mean, I
love the scene when they roll down the hill.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. As you wish. I really like the scene, and I don't like the scene. This is dark. But at the end, when there's the sword fight, and he's like, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Over and over. That's a good scene.
It's a great scene. Yeah. It's good writing. It's good acting. It's good everything. So, that one time we got to see Cary Elwes in Nashville.
Yes.
And he talked about his book, which is about making the movie. And then we got to watch the movie with him, quote unquote. But I don't think he was there. I think they were lying to us.
Oh, you think he left?
I mean, if it were me, I would have left.
Well, yes, you would have, but you might not have been there in the first place. No, so I don't know this to be true.
Okay.
But I have heard that the audiobook for that, he got some of the actors to come back to read their parts.
I need to listen to that.
Of his book, though. So
right.
He must have
the As You Wish book.
Quoted.
It's called As You Wish, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. I read it. I just don't remember the
audiobook.
I didn't listen to it. So anyway, that's very cool.
Okay. Titanic.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite scene.
Okay. Well, I just love the whole thing. I love the scene where they're dancing down in the below deck. I love all of it. I love the whole thing. I'm just transported. And there was one time not that long ago, and I'm not ashamed about this. I got into a rabbit hole online of YouTube videos of behind the scenes stuff about talking about how in that opening shot of the White Star Line dock, the way that the set was built, it was built on the wrong side historically, like it would have been on the other side. So they had to flip it in post, which is why Kate Winslet's mole moves from side to side. And I watched this 2-hour documentary about how they filmed the sinking of the ship and how James Cameron used different techniques. Like one shot would be a miniature set, but then the next shot would be CGI, but then the next shot would be a different type of technique that they would have used, whether it's like live action or he never tried to have two different techniques back to back so that it seemed as realistic as. Anyway, I could watch videos on the making of the Titanic for days and never get bored. And
you've been to the last port.
Oh yeah, but the Titanic
in real life.
In Cove, Ireland. Yes, I've been there, but we didn't make it in time to go to the Titanic Museum.
Oh my gosh! If you don't
made me late.
Let me. Actually, was it?
It was probably Denise or your mom.
Probably Denise.
I'm gonna absolve you of that and place blame on her.
For some reason, I feel like it was my fault though.
It wasn't. Okay, Titanic's great. We talked about Tombstone. I can't see the list when your hand is there. Thank you.
Sorry.
Field of Dreams. We talked about a little bit about favorite scenes in that. My favorite scene is. Oh my gosh. When Kevin Costner goes to James Earl Jones's house for the first time and is trying to convince him to leave with him. That's the best. I mean, it's not the best scene, but it's so well written and so well acted and it's hilarious.
He's got a gun in his pocket.
It's not a gun. It's my thing. It's not a gun. It's your finger.
Yeah.
No, anyway, it's great.
Okay. So I will challenge that with the scene where the little girl falls.
Oh, that's a good scene. Oh, and the doctor kid
comes
off the field, and now we can't go back. That's sad. Why? It was supposed to be a happy episode. A happy episode.
No, I'm just saying that was just so powerful.
It was,
and the brother finally can see.
Yeah, definitely.
That was great.
Yeah. All right, A League of Their Own. I mean, it's just perfection. It's just perfect writing and acting. I mean, my favorite scene is when he is arguing with the umpire about her crying. There's
a lot of good scenes in that.
There's a lot of great scenes. It's a great movie.
I like the beginning where he is the John Lovitz. Mm-hmm. You have no idea what a miracle was that I thought of his name.
Yeah, he's like the baseball recruiter,
right? And he's going from town to town looking for these girls, and so finding them. Oh yes, and then they find
the Marla Hooch.
Yes,
and she's like this crazy hitter, and then he doesn't like how she looks, and so the girls boycott.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just that whole concept.
Yeah.
That was great. And they were literally milking cows in their barn.
Oh my gosh. It's such a great movie. Yeah. I can't believe that you think that shouldn't even be on this list. How dare you? I'm going to add another movie for consideration that's not going to be in your top.
Okay.
It's just not even going to be on your top 100 probably. But for me, I love the movie Penelope. It's on it can maybe be an honorable mention, but it was on my list when we did that screenwriting thing with Brian Coley. It's a modern day fairy tale.
Yeah.
And I love modern day fairy tales. I love magic. I love James McAvoy, and I love fairy tales.
So this isn't going to make the list, but it kind of reminds me of that movie where the prince and the princess come from some fairy wonderland or whatever, and he stabs the bus.
Enchanted. That is a great movie.
Okay, so just in my defense on Penelope, I have seen clips, but I don't think I've seen the movie.
What is wrong with you?
Well, how can it make my list if I
How
haven't
can
seen
you not
it?
support me and see
You were
my
in college.
favorite movie?
I didn't go see all the movies with you while you were in college.
That was such a good movie. It's cute. We can watch it someday. Someday I will watch it with you. It's great.
Okay.
It's very sweet.
So,
and it's got that lady from Schitt's Creek who's so funny. I can't think of her name. I'm terrible at names, but she's so good.
Yeah, I'll just have to believe you on that one. So another one that won't make the top 10, but I just really enjoyed it, was and seeing these three women portrayed as heroes was just spectacular. But Hidden Figures with the three ladies.
What a good movie.
That were mathematicians.
Yes.
And helped NASA's space program.
Definitely.
I thought that was great.
Excellent movie. I'm not sure it'd be my top 10, but it's definitely on the honorable mentions list.
Yeah. And again, sorry, Kevin Costner.
Totally. There's nothing wrong with Kevin Costner. We love Kevin Costner. I'm going to throw... Oh, I just had one. Hold on. Pause. Don't. I just had one. Oh, I'm going to throw out Miss Congeniality.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
I can live with that.
She's so not excited about that. But you're putting it as honorable mention.
Uh-huh.
We're never going to come up with a top 10 if you keep putting all of them in honorable mention.
I have two I haven't said yet.
Oh, great. Well, let's do all the things you want to do. Speaking of movie quotes.
What about Miss Congeniality?
What not about Miss Congeniality?
It's great.
Sandra Bullock. First of all, anything Sandra Bullock is in.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong movie.
What are you thinking of?
The one with Reese Witherspoon when she goes to college or Harvard.
Legally Blonde. Also a great movie.
I know. I don't know. That's
Miss Congeniality is Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
as the FBI agent Gracie Hart, who goes undercover, and that should be top 10. It's perfect.
Okay, look, I'm moving an arrow just for
barely
consideration.
It's perfect. It's a great movie. It's a movie that I can watch more than once.
Yeah.
Although I feel that way about a lot of her movies.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah.
I mean, The Proposal was like, do you remember we walked out of seeing The Proposal and we were like so inspired to go write a rom-com? Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm on a roll. I know that you have others. Do you want to go next?
No, go.
Probably is not going to make your list, and that's okay. But I love the movie Notting Hill. Top 10
it's so
for
good.
Me, 100%.
Wait a minute.
Love that movie.
Which one's Notting Hill?
Oh my gosh, we have to do this every time.
No,
it's Julia Roberts.
Okay, good.
And
That's
Hugh
what I was
Grant,
thinking.
and she's
Okay.
an actress. I think what's interesting. I just love that movie.
So
I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her.
Yeah.
I love
So let me
movie.
just say this.
All right, go.
So these are all obviously great movies, right?
You're pointing to the honorable mentions.
But they don't have a wide appeal to a wide audience, right? Like
You Do is a cult classic. Not everybody has seen that.
Okay, except for that one. But again, I argued with you on that one. But these, you know what I'm saying? They have just this really wide audience. They've been seen.
But are you saying that that's what makes a movie great?
No, not necessarily. I'm just saying that's why I'm reacting the way I am. So Notting Hill's great. Love the story. I love the end.
Did you write Nottingham Hill?
I did.
You did.
Well, I was talking. The press conference scene at the end.
Oh my gosh. It's a great movie.
It is.
It's a great.
We did kind of quickly go past Miss Congeniality.
Oh, sorry. Well, that's because I got excited about Notting Hill.
Yeah. I was trying to think of, and this isn't even Sandra Bullock, but one of my favorite scenes is when they have to do the little speeches and he talks about a perfect day.
Oh, yeah. April 25th.
It was
not hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great movie, too. Great scene. I love, one of my favorite things about that movie is the scene. It's towards the beginning. It's in the debate section of the movie where they've asked her to do it and she's fighting it. And literally the scene where he's trying to talk her into it, they put in as a fight, as like them in training camp or I don't know.
Oh, yes.
I don't know, at FBA training, right. And they're physically fighting, and it just brings such a funny element to that scene that could have been.
Well, physical comedy always does that.
Like you could put that scene at a desk, and it would accomplish something similar. Like the plot point would be achieved. But the hilariousness of them fighting is just amazing.
Was it Benjamin Bratt?
It was Benjamin Bratt.
Yeah, that's.
And then she has "You think I'm gorgeous." One of my favorite scenes is her walking out from getting made over, and she trips and falls. And right before she trips, she goes, "I'm starved and I'm armed. Don't mess with me." And then she falls.
So you're going to talk Sandra Bullock. You got to go 2 weeks notice.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of Hugh Grant, I love anything with Sandra Bullock in it is just a star. I would tell you that did I like Notting Hill more than two? No, I like those two movies equally.
And Legally Blonde.
I mean, Legally Blonde is great. Legally Blonde is a great movie.
Oh, this one's not popular at all, but I really like the one that she did.
Wait, who?
I'm sorry.
Reese Witherspoon?
Reese Witherspoon, and I'm not sure who the guy was.
That's okay.
It wasn't Paul Rudd. It was the other
Sweet
one.
Home Alabama?
Oh, sure. Okay, that would be on my top 10. I know it won't be on yours.
It won't be on mine.
Oh my gosh.
I did like it though.
I love that, but no.
But have you watched it recently?
About 4 times.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in the last 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, and I've not seen all of it. It's just like was on.
I like how you wrote that a little bit bigger than all of my maybes.
You don't know that. The scene near the end where she realizes his plane is at the dock.
Yes.
And he's
Spoiler alert.
I mean, if you haven't seen it by now,
spoiler alert.
It's on.
I'll have to put a disclaimer at the beginning.
Listen, the way he looks at her.
Yeah. So I can kiss you anytime I want.
Oh,
yeah. You have a baby in a bar.
Yeah,
that's a great line.
Okay.
All right. Wait. So you were going to say a different one, a different Reese Witherspoon movie that you don't know who stars in.
Oh yeah. Where she is in a coma. And he moves into her apartment. That was just sweet.
That was sweet. It's Mark Ruffalo.
Yes, and I love him.
Yes, and it was a very cute movie. I'm not sure that that's top 10 worthy.
Yeah, and it's not honorable mention, but I watched it recently. So.
Yes. Oh, it's very cute. Well, so here's the deal. I'm not sure that we're going to agree on a top 10, but we do have 6 out there
Okay, but I have
in
two that I haven't
big
said
letters.
yet.
All right, ready?
Okay, but wait a minute. So we have to clarify. These were all movies that were in the theater. But the two that I have are movies that were on television.
Okay.
I don't know that they ever were in a theater.
What are they?
Sense and Sensibility.
With Emma Thompson and Kate Winslet. Another Kate Winslet.
Okay, but anything
Emma Thompson touches.
Emma Thompson's in.
I mean, if you want to go with Emma Thompson, you might as well go with Much Ado About Nothing. I mean, that is a great movie.
Okay, we're going to stay with Sense and Sensibility. No, just kidding.
We're talking classics.
Yes.
Both of those are classics.
Yes, but it's in Old English.
Shakespeare.
I know, exactly. You just made my point.
Okay.
But the other is in English that I can understand. I'm just kidding.
Is it the 8 Hour Pride and Prejudice?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. I get it.
Are those not two of our favorites?
Oh, and you want to know who else is in Sense and Sensibility? Hugh Grant.
I know. Hello.
And Alan Rickman.
Love Alan Rickman. He's in Robin Hood. Isn't he?
With Kevin Costner. We've just turned into this big game of 6 degrees.
All right, hold on. Sense and Sensibility and Pride and Prejudice.
I will put the 8 Hour. I will put both of those in my top 10.
Okay.
Yes.
This one's got what's his name?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Darcy.
Yes.
I know you're calling first.
Thank you. Oh, loved The King's Speech.
That was a really good movie. Yep. It's not top 10, but
you don't think?
Not for me, but it can be for you.
All right. I'll put it down here under A League of Their Own. I just thought that was so well done. Well,
right now we're at 8. Princess Bride. Actually, if you include Miss Congeniality, Notting Hill, or 2 Weeks Notice, if you count one of those three rom-coms, we're at 9.
I can't imagine there isn't a rom-com we like better than those three, though.
No, I can't either.
You remember the scene in Notting Hill when they're climbing the wall?
Oh, whoopsie daisies.
to get into the park. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no. The best scene. Actually, that's probably not true. This is hyperbole. But one of my favorite scenes is she's invited herself, actually, to his sister's birthday dinner. And they go to dinner, and it's so funny. And everyone's kind of not fawning over her, but then that one brother has no idea that it's actually her, right? But then when they leave and they all freak out, and he goes, they do that every time I leave, or whatever. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That was that was Notting Hill?
That's Notting Hill. I don't know. 2 Weeks Notice is great too.
Okay, but there's another one.
Does it have Sandra Bullock in it? Does it have Julia Roberts in it? Does it have Hugh Grant? If it doesn't have one of those three,
give me a hot second.
Or Ryan Reynolds.
Give me a hot second. You've Got Mail.
Oh, that's a good Tom Hanks. And Meg Ryan.
Right. Oh, Meg Ryan.
Who did you think it was? Well, we don't go to you for actors. That's me.
Wait, what was the name of it again?
You just said it.
I know, but
You've Got Mail.
Oh, You've Got Mail. So wait a minute. Wait.
That's a great one.
What was I thinking of, though? You've Got Mail.
See, that one's I would say that is a classic. That's a really good movie. And it is funny. I don't find it as funny as some of those others.
Why that one hits close to home for me.
While You Were Sleeping. That's a great movie, too. Honorable mention. But go ahead.
No, we watch that every year.
Honorable mention. Miracle on 34th Street. But we're not going Christmas movies. See, if we were going Christmas movies, I'd put While You're Sleeping on
Hey,
there.
we're going to have to do just a Christmas movie.
That's fine. We can do that later.
What was the other one?
While You Were Sleeping.
Okay, that's fine. But wait, let me just say this. The You've Got Mail hits me because, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur and have my own bookstore.
Totally.
Right? And that he shuts her down is just unforgivable.
Fair and totally.
Right? So that one just hits me close to home. That's why.
Gotcha.
That's what was going through my mind. But that's a sequel. What's that to? Sleepless in Seattle.
That was not a sequel. Oh
that's
my gosh.
That's not the word I meant. That's not the word I meant.
It's the word you meant.
But they took those two same actors and put them in a new movie.
There is not another word for that. There is not a word for...
Well, you need to come up with one.
Speaking of
I know
that...
That's where I'm going.
Runaway Bride.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
What was the first one that they did on...
Pretty Woman.
Yeah, I just watched that too.
That's a great movie. Probably not on my top 10, but Runaway Bride might be. Runaway Bride is excellent.
And Tina McBride did the
I know.
song.
All right, we're kind of getting off track. Now we're just listing a bunch of movies that we like. And we need to...
8.
We've got 8. Can we live with 8? Princess Bride, That Thing You Do, Titanic, Tombstone, Field of Dreams, A League of Their Own, Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice. We can girls made this list.
Oh my
obviously.
gosh.
Other than Tombstone, that's kind of a boy.
Well,
movie.
we have 2 baseball movies.
Well,
Thank you
that's
very much.
true.
I can't imagine that we only have 2. What are the baseball movies we like? We love Bull Durham. That
Kevin
autumn.
Costner.
That's got to be
Susan
top 10.
Sarandon. Yeah.
No,
It can be on your top 10, just like some of those can be on my top 10. We might have to end with 8. We might just have to leave it at that. And we listed some great honorable mentions, and it's okay that we don't agree on it. Like Titanic's not actually on your top 10.
No, it's not even close.
I would tell you that all of those, well, maybe not Field of Dreams.
So you get that one, and I get that one.
And you get that one. And
okay. So, and that's fine.
unless we can think of others. Can we think of others?
Oh, well, we're going to get off of this.
Yeah, we're
going to be like, oh, we didn't
what
think of
about
this.
this?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the other baseball movie where he pitches a perfect game?
The Perfect Game.
That's what it's called. With
It is.
Kelly.
Kevin Costner.
Oh, yes. But what's her name? Kelly.
Oh, but that's a good movie too.
Oh, I just like
Yeah.
her. She's passed away. I'm sad.
Sorry. I do like that movie. I also like The Notebook.
What's her name?
I don't know what her name.
She was married to
I am telling you right now, I don't know her name. I'm sorry.
John Travolta. Okay.
Kelly Preston?
Preston. You
Okay.
did know her name.
No, I just knew who was married to
Well,
John Travolta.
That's who it was. Anyway,
Okay.
what was your other one? I'm sorry.
I said The Notebook. It's probably on my list somewhere. I mean, no, my list is probably Princess Bride, not in any order. Princess Bride, That Thing You Do, Titanic, Tombstone, A League of Their Own, Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice. That's 8. I would probably add Miss Congeniality and Notting Hill. That's probably my top 10.
Cool. I don't think I could do
I
that.
forgot about Penelope. And Penelope.
You can have a 2 tied for.
I'll
10th.
take out Titanic and put Penelope in there.
Well, I guess if I had to do it, That Thing You Do, Princess Bride, Tombstone, Field of Dreams, Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Bull Durham, Hidden Figures,
You Love a King's Speech.
and King's Speech.
Yep. We did it! Barely.
And we didn't fight too much.
And we didn't fight too much. We'll fight later about it. I'm just kidding.
Anyway,
That was fun.
y'all, go see a movie.
Go see a movie.
Find a friend, call your brother that you haven't talked to in 3 weeks, and go see a movie.
One thing I love about movies is they can bring people together sometimes. They can also tear people apart, but we won't talk about that. They can also bring people together.
They mostly bring people together.
No.
There's a magic in storytelling.
That's what Nicole Kidman says. This episode is not sponsored by AMC Theaters, but that's what she says.
It might be after this.
Yeah, I'll call them. No, this was fun. We
Yes.
wanted to start off season 5 lighthearted, and so we talked about movies that we love. And I know that was long, but I hope you guys enjoyed us.
Okay, so
Chatting.
if you watch this, we'd love for you to put in the comments what your top 10 are.
Yes,
That would
tell
be-
us. That would be awesome.
That would be so fun to just read through
Yes.
everything that you guys like, and you could argue with us.
Please,
That would be
please
great.
argue with us. And if there's a movie that's on our list that you hated, I want to know about it.
That would
Or
be-
keep it to yourself. I'm
yeah.
just kidding. I'm just
Would just
kidding.
be really nice,
Just be
please.
nice about it.
Because we do have the power to delete that
Yes.
comment.
But we are so grateful. We are so excited for what we have in store for season 5. If you missed the update of the season 4 finale, go and check that out. We're doing season 5 a little bit differently this year. We're going to have 19 episodes in total, and we're so excited. It will be us this episode. We'll be back at our mid-season finale, and then on our finale.
Yeah.
Season finale. And then in between, we have guests galore. You guys are not going to want to miss it. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to like and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, all of which is at Project Brickworks. And thank you guys so much for watching. We are so blessed by your time. And so we're two silly movie loving women, and we love you guys. This podcast was made possible through generous listeners and friends like you, and we are so very grateful to all of our supporters. If you would like to sponsor an episode, you can head over to the collaborationconversation.org and click sponsor an episode.
For more information on Project Brickworks, visit us online at projectbrickworks.org, subscribe to our newsletter, or text BRICK to 55498 to get all the latest news and updates. We love you all. Be blessed, and we'll see you next time.